Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make this hat step by step using a printable sewing pattern. This tutorial is beginner friendly and I'll explain everything slowly so it's easy to follow, even if you're new to sewing. Before we start, let's talk about printing the pattern. When you print it, make sure the page size is set at A4 and the scale is set at 100. This is very important. If the scale is not set at 100, the hat won't be the right size. On page 1 of the printable pattern, I've included a layout guide. The pattern is split across 5 pages, labeled 1 to 5 and laid out in zigzag shape. Line them up in order, tape them together, and then cut out the full pattern. This layout is beginner friendly and helps reduce paper waste. The pattern I'm using in this video looks a little different from the printable one you'll be using. In this video, the brim and the side panels are shown as half pieces, so I fold my fabric. The printable pattern already includes full mirrored pieces, so you don't need to fold your fabric. You can just place the pattern flat and cut. For this project, you'll need 2 fabrics, one for the outside and one for the lining. Interfacing, this is optional. 2 pairs of scissors, one for paper and one for fabric. 1 small piece of elastic and some cardboard for the brim. A cereal box works great. Last thing you will need is some sellotape. For each fabric, you'll cut out 2 side panels, 1 top circle, 1 brim, 2 head pieces, 1 short and 1 long. Take your time cutting. Neat cuts make sewing much easier. You can use pins to make the cutting neater as well. When cutting the top circle, fold it in half, then fold it in half again. Cut small notches in the seam allowance. These mark the center and the quarter points and help line everything up when sewing. Now that both fabrics are cut, we can prepare the cardboard brim. Take the brim pattern and cut off the seam allowance. Place it onto the cardboard, trace around it and cut it out. This cardboard piece will go inside the brim later and help it keep its shape. Before sewing, you should have 2 fabric brims, 1 cardboard brim, 4 side panels, 2 top circles, 2 sets of headbands, and your elastic. Interfacing is optional. Use it if your fabric is thin or floppy and doesn't hold its shape. I'm ironing interface onto 1 set of the headband and 1 brim piece. If your fabric is thick or sturdy, you can skip this step. Place the 2 side panels right sides together, meaning the nice sides are touching. Sew along the edge to join them together. Do this for both the outer fabric and the lining. Place the 2 brim pieces right side together. Sew along the curved outer edge. Go slowly because it's a curve. After sewing the curved edge, fold the brim in half. Cut a small notch at the center of the seam allowance. This marks the center and helps line the brim up later. Cut small notches along the curved seam. Turn the brim right side out, press it flat with an iron, then insert the cardboard brim and set it aside. Attach the top circle to the side panels. Line up the notches on the circle with the seams of the side panels. Sew all the way around. Repeat this step for both the outer fabric and the lining. Now we'll add a notch to the side panels. Place the hat piece where the side panels and top circle are already sewn together. Fold the hat in half so the side panel seams line up and are sandwiched together. Make sure the hat is laying flat, then cut a small notch at the center of the bottom edge. This marks the center of the hat. Place the outer hat and lining together so the wrong sides are touching and the right sides are facing out. Sew a small stitch across the bottom edge to hold everything together. Before we attach the headband to the hat, we need to make the headband. We have 2 sets of headband pieces, one for each fabric. For the first headband, take the short headband piece and the long headband piece from one fabric. Place them right sides together and sew to form one long strip. Then sew the 2 ends together to make a full circle. For the second headband, we'll add elastic. The short headband is 10 centimeter long. Cut your elastic 2.5 centimeters shorter. Place the elastic on the wrong side of the short headband piece. Sew the elastic down on both ends, stretching it slightly so it fits the fabric. Once the elastic is attached, take the long headband piece and sew it to the short headband piece. Then sew the ends together to form a full circle. So now you should have 2 headbands sewn into circles, one plain and one with elastic. We need to add notches. The headband is already sewn into a circle. There is a short section with elastic and a long section. Fold the headband so the short section lines up with itself. Smooth it out flat and cut a small knot. Now fold the headband the other way, lining up the long section. Smooth it out and cut another knot. You only need 2 notches on the headband. Place one headband piece onto the hat, matching the notches. Place the second headband pieces on top, creating a sandwich with the hat in the middle. Make sure the correct fabrics are facing each other so everything looks neat when turned. Pin everything in place and sew around. Match the notch on the brim with the notch on the headband. Sew the brim onto one side of the headband only. For the other side of the headband, fold the fabric inwards, fold it about 1 centimeter, which matches the seam allowance I added. You don't need to be exact, but don't fold it more than 1 centimeter or it won't look right. Stitch it down neatly on top. This gives a clean finish and makes the hat reversible. And that's it. The hat is finished. If you want the printable pattern, you can find it on my Discord. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoy making your hat.